Hi, this is Delores. I'm here with Janet, and we're here for another Sweeping Saturday. So today we're going to talk to you about the position of players on the ice, both the delivering team and the non-delivering team. There's always a place where you should be, and there are some places where you shouldn't be. So we're just going to reinforce that with you today. Let's start with the team who has control of the house. This is the team who is making the shot right now. So let's say I'm the skip. I have the control of the house. I will most of the time be standing up in the house with my broom, if it's a softer shot, on the tee line. So this is where I would be. The only time that wouldn't happen is if I have a rock, say, at the back of the house, and I want to call a takeout on that, then I'm going to be back here, and I will be well behind the back line. But as long as I'm in front of the back line, then the opposing skip who does not have control of the house will have lots of room to be behind me. But if I'm here, that skip is going to have to step back a little bit further and just be quiet and not moving behind me while the person is throwing. So we've asked our friends Richard and Ann Clark to help us demonstrate where you need to be standing when you're getting ready to throw a shot. So Janet is in the hack. She's getting ready to throw. Ann and Richard are standing back here near the back line. The reason they're starting back here and towards the outside of the sheet is so that they can have a conversation. They can talk to each other about the shot, about what the ice is like on this path, and make sure everybody's on board with what's going on. So this is a good place to start. Now, as Janet slides out of the hack, Ann and Richard are going to walk beside her. That will give them a feel for how hard she kicked out of the hack. And as soon as she lets go of it, then they will come in and get ready to sweep. Now, after Ann and Richard have finished sweeping the rock, they're going to be at the other end. And to get ready for the next shot, they have to make their way back here. So what they're going to do is walk down the sidelines, being sure not to obstruct the view of the curler who's getting ready to throw. So they can walk down one on each side or on the same side. If they're walking back on the same side, they need to walk one in front of the other rather than side by side. And ideally, they want to be on the side of the sheet opposite to where the opposing skip's broom is. And that way they can be sure that they're not blocking the view of the thrower. So once Ann and Richard make their way back to this end, they're going to stop at the hog line, and they want to be between the two hog lines, probably closer to the throwing end, so that they're ready to get ready for their next shot. But you always want to be between the hog lines on the sidelines, being very still, holding your broom close. And that way you're not distracting or causing interruption to the other team. After the thrower throws the rock, Janet's going to slide. When she releases the rock, she's going to stand behind her rock to watch it because she wants to see the line. She wants to see how much the rocks are curling along that line, including the sweeping, how the sweeping is affecting the line of the rock. But as soon as that rock comes to a stop, Janet's going to move to the side of the sheet to clear the way for the other team to throw their shot. So with the exception of the skip or the vice, all of the other players should be standing between the hog lines. Now, for the person who's going to be throwing next, they can stand on the backboards as long as they're off to the side, they're not making any noise or causing any distractions to the person who's throwing. So one last thing I wanted to talk about is when the end is over, the vices are in the house counting the score. Everyone else is far away. Only the vices are counting the score. When it's time to move the rocks back, after the vices agree, they let everybody else know, okay, you can move the rocks. The person who's throwing next should get in the hack and get ready. Everyone else can clear the rocks to the back. The rocks don't need to be in order. They just need to be at the backboards. And that way you can save a lot of time.
Excellent tip.